All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Thursday to everyone out there. Elaine Proby here, CEO of Proby's Tax and Accounting, and tips from Elaine's desk. All right. So welcome back, guys. We are going to have a very exciting and important conversation today. 3 steps to happy retirement. Now, I know a lot of us out there is either already in retirement mode, and some people are looking forward to retiring. And hey, this is the time when you want to make sure that you have things in order. Hey, Joan, good afternoon. How are you? All right, guys, so hit like and share on this video. Very exciting information. So let everybody get this stuff. We are going to jump right into this. And the first point today is mindset. You know, mindset is everything because this is what controls what we do, right? We have to be in the right frame of mind in order for us to really set things up and then follow those things through. So mindset is what we're going to start off with. The financial philosophy for your golden years is what it is that you see for yourself. Not everybody else. No, everyone requires different types of stuff. Everyone requires different type of financial behavior because everybody does things differently. So when it comes to your mindset and your financial, your philosophy of how you want to see yourself in your retirement age, this is all tailored to you. Okay, so the key here is you don't follow what everything else everyone is doing out there. You know, you don't want to have any type of generic protocol. This has to do with what is going to work for you specifically and not anyone else. Hey, Laverne Smith, thanks for jumping in here. All right, so as we approach retirement, most people are looking forward to the days when they don't have to be on anyone's time and anybody's time clock. Most people are looking forward to the days when they spend time with their grandkids, traveling the world, doing things that they haven't done in a long time, maybe getting a new hobby, you know, start doing some stuff that you enjoy doing. Most people is looking forward to that because look, a lot of times you have spent maybe 30 plus years of your life just really on a clock or constantly going and going and going on some specific time, right? So retirement, you're looking forward to the freedom. That's the word I like, the freedom. So you want to focus on strategies. You want to have the mindset where you strategically is going to plan out how that retirement is going to look for you so you can cover this traveling, cover time spent with grandkids, cover doing hobbies, doing things that you like, and not get trapped into believing that your investment that you have made, everything that you have done, your savings and all that stuff is going to be sufficient because your retirement, there's all your financial needs. You know, sometimes people get to a place where they downsize. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you got to consider. So your mindset have to be in the right place in order for you to adapt to these things so that you can plan for a happy retirement, right? So hit like and share on this video, guys. That's my first point today. Everything is mindset because you got to be in the right frame of mind in order to plan properly. And then we're going to talk about executing those plans. Okay, so hit like and share on this video. All right, so let's jump right into the second point today. And this is super important, planning, right? You can't have anything done without super plan. So again, as a person who is approaching retirement, and some people is already in retirement, but they still have to have some planning because there's a lot of stuff they may not have done beforehand. So it's time to still do it. It's never too late, right? So you want to plan because in this world today, a lot of stuff happens. So when you think that you have enough money stashed away and enough savings going on, and you think you have this stuff all figured out, you know, things can really change. So you need to make sure that you have good specific planning. You have to make sure that you're accumulating different things in place so that you can continue to build on what you already have. So this is the deal. You don't want to just base everything on what you have now or the monies that you have saved or the money you have in the retirement plan. You want to make sure that you're doing certain things, certain investments, different things, again, to keep this money growing. And this is where the planning comes in. You have to strategically have some stuff in place in order for your money to continue to grow, right? Because we all know how that happens. It keeps going away. Stuff have to come back in there to replenish that cash, right? So some people don't even know when to start their Social Security. A lot of people have retired, or they say they're retired or semi-retired. The big question, some things like Social Security. When do I start getting my Social Security? Should I start getting it early? Should I take it at 62? Should I wait to 67? Should I wait to 70? So these are some of the things that you really have to consider when you start pulling out your pension fund. So again, all the stuff, you have to make sure that you have some planning in place as to the steps that you're going to make these things happen. So when are you going to plan to have those annuities in place, different things like life insurance? You have to have estate planning. These are some of the stuff that you have to have in place. And once again, this can be very overwhelming, guys. So you're going to need some help with this stuff. You're going to need some help with this stuff because, again, people get very confused. It's a lot going on, and this is serious. This is going to be one of the most important decisions you'll ever make in your life. Your financial future in your retirement years, very, very important. Okay, so after all the years that you invest working and spending all your time, maybe going back and forth to a job, whatever it is, or maybe to a business, now is the time you're looking forward to be able to relax and be able to not have too much financial stress. Okay, so planning is the key. That's my second point. And all this stuff that goes into planning, again, you will need some assistance. Okay, let's just get this right. Okay, so that's my second point today. Hit like and share this video. Rod Smith, thanks for jumping in here. Hey, bro, how are you today? Yes. So let's jump into our third point. Again, you have the mindset. Now that you have the right mindset, now that you have all these plans in place, you have to execute these plans, right? And the thing about it is, so somebody have to, again, like I said, somebody got to help you with this stuff. I'm not going to kid you. There's a lot of components that's involved, right? It's not just I have a savings account and that's it. There's so much different component involved that you're definitely going to have someone to help you execute all this stuff. So you got to seek some professional advice. Look, everyone does. Some people have financial planners. Some people got to go to different advisors. Some people got to get into some legal situation. You know, there's a lot of stuff like your income taxes. And I always have to bring that in. That's something that you have to plan for. You have to know when and how to take that money out. And, you know, some people sell off assets. They may have capital gains. There's taxes involved. So, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. I can't tell you. It's a lot. But you want to make sure that your retirement is in your golden years and everything happens more beneficial to you financially so that you can be happy in your retirement, right? So in executing this, there is a lot that you have to consider. You don't want to take all your money and give it to the government. You don't want to sell off assets when it's not a good time to sell the assets off, when there's capital gains taxes, all this stuff. You have to know how and when to pull this stuff out and make sure that it works for you financially, right? So that's the execution plan. You know, people have to have healthcare benefit, estate planning. These are some of the things that you have to put in place to execute a good and happy retirement. This is super important. I just really love this stuff because you know what? A lot of times when you're young, you're not even thinking about retirement. You know, I've had people come to my desk back in the days and they were working for themselves. They weren't paying into Social Security. Nobody really cared about it because nobody think they're going to be 62 anytime soon. And later on, some of these same clients who I do have now, their Social Security benefits is so low that they wish they had done better when they were actually working for themselves. So before you know it, that Social Security will come in very handy. And a lot of times, if you don't plan ahead and prepare and execute properly, then you'll have an issue. Deborah, Anita Swift. Hey, Miss Elaine. How are you doing, Deborah? Thanks for jumping in here. Okay, guys, so those are my 3 points today. Let me go back and recap. We're speaking of 3 steps to happy retirement. And again, like I said, time goes by pretty fast. You know, we don't be expecting this to happen. But all of a sudden, she said, we retire at 55 years old. Retire at 55 years old. All right, see? Now, this is what happens. When you plan, you can do this thing early and still be happy. So I love it. I love it. Let's go back over these 3 steps, guys. The first one is mindset. You have to have a mindset where your financial philosophy for your golden years, of course, is going to be tailored to you. It's going to be what you see yourself doing, not any generic plan, not what everybody else is doing, what works for you. And everybody has their own way that they want their future lifestyle to be about. So that's what you want to do and have that mindset. So you're going to plan towards that. Okay, so that's the first point. Second point is planning. Got to plan this stuff out. You got to step by step plan out how you're going to do this. How you're going to get, when you're going to get your Social Security, when you're going to start pulling your retirement, make sure that you have an execution plan, life insurance benefits, all this stuff, annuities. How is all this going to happen? Some people have a lot of assets. Are you going to keep all those assets intact? Or are you going to sell off some of those assets to get liquid cash? How are you going to reinvest that money? All the stuff you need to get some financial help with. This is planning. And then everything you do, you have to keep in mind that it needs to be beneficial for your personal retirement needs, okay? And then the third one is executing this stuff. Once you have a plan in place, of course, there's execution that has to take place. How is this going to happen? Are you capable of doing this by yourself? And most people aren't. It's too complicated. There's too much involved. So you need to make sure that you get someone that's professional, an advisor that can help you through the process, making sure that you don't take all the money that you save, all of your benefits, your Social Security, which may or may not be taxable, your retirement, your pension fund. Make sure you're not give it all back in taxes. So this is why you're going to need financial advice. Got to have health care benefits. Got to have your estate plan. All this stuff need to be in place. So again, it's a lot, but we want to make sure that we do this right. So of course we can have a happy retirement. So this is the whole point. All right. So I know this sounds like a lot. It's just a beautiful thing because more people are there in this space. And if you don't plan ahead and if you don't try to put these points and steps in place, if you have not retired yet, and again, you guys pass it on to some other folks that you know is in that space, and so that you can help them with the process as well. Okay, so that brings me to the end of this conversation. 3 steps to happy retirement. All right, so guys, let me get back to the point where if you have any questions, anything about this stuff, there's so much about retirement. Everything you do now, you need to be thinking about it because times really fly. And we can't say, well, I don't know when we're going to get to 62 anymore. And even some of the young folks, when they come to my desk, I always tell them, I says, look, I use examples of clients that came to me when they were far from being 62. And now that's where they are and are 59 and a half, wherever they are. And they have retired, but things were not in place. And so now they wish they have. Okay, so just make sure that that's not you. So if you guys want any further consultation on this stuff, go to probistax.com and book yourself a 15-minute free consultation and or call the office at 323-290-9034 and make an appointment so we can discuss some of this stuff or all of this stuff, specifically when it comes to your financial future. We got to make sure that we do this. And then, of course, the most expensive part of this is going to be your tax effect. And we want to make sure that that's right. So go to probistax.com, book yourself a 15-minute free consultation or call my office. And again, have to remind you, tax season, guys, let's get those taxes in. April 15th is the deadline. So get those taxes in. Personal and corporation taxes is due April 15th. And if not, make sure that you get it in on time or get an extension, right? Very important. So with that said, that brings me to elainesdesk.com. And we do have a workshop coming up. It is in April. This is after all the madness of this tax deadline. The workshop, we'll have that workshop, guys. Elainesdesk.com will have all the information on the workshop. For those of you who have your business, those of you who wants to get it started, we always have to have all these different streams of income. Back to retirement, look. A lot of different stream of income allow us to put more money into that hopper so we can do some investments and have more money for our retirement. So come in, go to elainesdesk.com, get your business going, get the second stream or third stream of income going. And so if you have not started your business yet, and this is another thing you could do. Once you retire, you could just completely 100% run some nice, beautiful business that you are interested in. So go to Elaine's Desk and get all that information. All right. So I think that brings us to, she said you can register there. You can register there. All right, so that brings us to the end of today's conversation. So this is Thursday afternoon. I thank you guys. Keep your notification on as you always do. Every Tuesday and Thursday we are here. And that almost brings us to the end of this week. And look, the end of the month, end of the quarter. I can't believe how fast this year is flying. So we got to get on our horses, guys. We got to get stuff in place. And we got to stay mentally charged. All right. So with that said, Joan says, thanks for the great information. Have a great Easter weekend. Oh, that's right. It's Easter. It's Easter, guys. I don't know how I'm going to forget that because it is Easter. This is Easter weekend. So you guys have a wonderful Easter and a blessed Easter weekend. All right. With that said, I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of your Thursday and have a fabulous weekend. Take care of each other. Look at me, I'm reading this. Take care of each other and take care of yourself. Almost forgot that line. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.